Welcome to Facts Intrigue, your gateway to the fascinating world of history and intriguing facts. Here, we unearth the lesser-known stories, the oddities, the extraordinary tales that time almost forgot. From the bizarre to the bewildering, the surprising to the shocking, we've got it all. We invite you to join us on this journey as we peel back the layers of history and reveal the intriguing stories hidden beneath. So buckle up for a thrilling ride through time. Dive in with us as we delve into the intriguing world of historical facts. Did you know that Australia once declared war on emus? Quite the bizarre fact, isn't it? But the Great Emu War, as it's now known, is a real event that took place in the early 1930s. It all began when Australia was grappling with the aftermath of the Great Depression. Farmers in Western Australia, many of whom were World War I veterans, were struggling with an unexpected enemy, emus. These large, flightless birds, numbering in the thousands, descended on the farmlands, wreaking havoc on crops and livelihoods. Desperate for a solution, the farmers turned to the military. The Australian government, in an unconventional move, dispatched soldiers equipped with machine guns in an attempt to control the emu population. Sounds like an easy victory, right? Well, not quite. The emus, it turns out, were surprisingly resilient. They scattered and regrouped, making it difficult for the soldiers to make a significant dent in their numbers. After several weeks and rounds of ammunition expended, the Australian military was forced to withdraw. In an ironic twist of fate, the emus had won the war. The government eventually found a less combative solution by putting a bounty on emus, which proved more effective. So the next time you see an emu, remember that they are war veterans. Ever heard of a disease that makes you dance uncontrollably? Picture this: Strasbourg, France, in the year 1518. A woman named Frau Troffea begins to dance fervently in the streets. She's not celebrating or performing. No, she's caught in the grip of a bizarre affliction that compels her to dance. This was the start of what is now known as the Dancing Plague of 1518, one of the most peculiar epidemics in human history. Over the course of several weeks, hundreds joined Frau Troffea, dancing for days on end without rest. The phenomenon was so intense that it led to deaths from exhaustion and heart attacks. Now here's the kicker: there was no music, no festive gathering, no reason for the dancing that anyone could discern. Theories have been proposed over the centuries, from ergot poisoning, a fungus that grows on rye and might have been in their bread, causing hallucinations and convulsions, to mass hysteria brought on by the extreme poverty and famine the people were facing at that time. Whatever the cause, the dancing plague remains a fascinating and eerie footnote in history, a testament to the strange and sometimes inexplicable turns that life can take. As the saying goes, truth can indeed be stranger than fiction. Indeed, history can be stranger than fiction. What historical event or figure fascinates you the most? It's a question that invites a delve into the intriguing depths of history. Maybe it's the flamboyant escapades of the notorious pirate, Blackbeard, or the enigmatic allure of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Perhaps you're captivated by the dramatic events of the French Revolution or the awe-inspiring achievements of the space race. Remember, history is not just about the colossal events or figures who've left an indelible mark on the annals of time. It's equally about the obscure, the overlooked, the quirky, and the bizarre. So whether you're drawn to the grandeur of empires or the peculiarities of the past, we'd love to know. Engage with us, share your thoughts, and let's embark on this fascinating journey together. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Picture this: a flood, but instead of water, it's molasses. Sounds unreal, doesn't it? But that's exactly what happened in Boston in the year 1919. Known as the Great Molasses Flood, this sticky disaster is one of history's most bizarre industrial accidents. On an unusually warm January day, a massive storage tank in Boston's North End neighborhood burst open, unleashing a 2.3 million gallon wave of molasses. Yes, you heard right, molasses, that sweet, dark syrup we often use in baking. The molasses wave, which was estimated to be about 25 feet high and reached speeds of 35 miles per hour, swept through the streets with a force that was nothing short of devastating. Buildings were swept off their foundations, a train was derailed, and unfortunately 21 people lost their lives while about 150 others were injured. Investigations later revealed that the tank's structure was inadequate for the volume it was holding, and the warmer temperature that day accelerated the fermentation of the molasses, leading to an increase in pressure inside the tank. The Great Molasses Flood, while tragic, led to important reforms in industrial safety standards and regulations, fundamentally changing the way industries worked in the United States. So next time you enjoy some molasses, remember its sticky history. Did you know the longest war in history lasted for 335 years and ended without a single shot being fired? It's the 335 Years' War, an intriguing chapter from the annals of history. This peculiar conflict, or rather lack thereof, was between the Netherlands and the Isles of Scilly, a tiny archipelago off the southwest coast of England. It all started in the 17th century, during the height of the English Civil War. The Dutch, allied with the parliamentarians, declared war on the royalist stronghold Isles of Scilly in 1648, a declaration that was promptly forgotten by both parties. As the years rolled by, neither side engaged in any combat nor made any attempts at peace. It was as if the war had slipped into the footnotes of history, lost amidst larger, bloodier battles. Fast forward to 1985. A historian named Roy Duncan, intrigued by this forgotten war, decided to bring it to light. He contacted the Dutch embassy, and to everyone's surprise, they discovered that a state of war technically still existed between the Netherlands and the Isles of Scilly. The Dutch, slightly embarrassed and amused, decided to formally end this war. On the 6th of April 1986, the Dutch ambassador visited the Isles of Scilly to sign a peace treaty, officially closing a war chapter that had no battles, no casualties, and no hostility. Talk about a peaceful resolution. The Olympics is all about winning, right? Not always. Today, we delve into the curious case of the 1904 Olympic Marathon. Held in St. Louis, this marathon was unlike any other, and here's why. Picture this, it's a sweltering summer day, and the marathon track is a grueling 34.5 miles, much longer than the standard 26.2 miles we know today. The course is challenging with steep hills, dusty roads, and even a couple of apple orchards. Now let's meet our runners. The first, Frederick Loors, after running 9 miles, hopped into a car due to exhaustion. The car broke down after 11 miles, but Loors, not to be deterred, ran the rest of the way and was initially hailed as the winner. Then there's Thomas Hicks, who was given a mix of strychnine, a rat poison, and brandy as a stimulant during the race. He crossed the finish line in a hallucinating state and had to be carried off the track. When Laws's ruse was discovered, his title was revoked. Hicks, despite his ordeal, was declared the winner. But considering the circumstances, can we really call him a winner? The 1904 Olympic Marathon was a spectacle, no doubt, filled with bizarre incidents and questionable decisions. Above all, it serves as a reminder that sometimes it's not about winning, but the journey itself. The 1904 Olympic Marathon, a race to remember. Can a city sell itself? In history, it has happened once. Now let's journey back to the year 2002. We're headed to the United States, specifically to the city of Kennesaw, Georgia. Kennesaw is not your typical city. It's known for its southern charm, historic railroad, and Civil War museum, but in 2002, it gained a new claim to fame when it became the first city to be put up for sale on eBay. Yes, you heard that right. The city didn't just sell a building or a piece of land, but the entire city. The mayor of Kennesaw at that time, Leonard Church, decided to list the city on the popular online marketplace. The auction description read, "For sale, Kennesaw, Georgia. Great deal on a great city. The starting bid, a cool $20 million. So what was the reason behind this unusual real estate deal? Well, it was actually a publicity stunt aimed at raising awareness about the city and attracting new residents and businesses. While no one ended up buying the city, the stunt did succeed in generating a lot of press coverage and interest in Kennesaw. And there you have it, the story of the city that sold itself. From the Great Emu War to the city of Kennesaw selling itself on eBay, history is indeed full of surprises. Now that's a real estate deal to remember. Ever wondered if Robinson Crusoe was real? Well, the story of Robinson Crusoe isn't purely fiction. Meet Alexander Selkirk, a Scottish sailor who became the real-life inspiration for the legendary novel. In the early 17th century, Selkirk found himself marooned on an uninhabited island in the Pacific Ocean, now known as Robinson Crusoe Island. He wasn't shipwrecked, but rather left there following a heated argument with his captain over the seaworthiness of their vessel. Ironically, his concerns were valid as the ship later sank. For over 4 years, Selkirk survived in solitude, fashioning tools from local resources, hunting goats and evading the island's predatory rats. A testament to human resilience, he managed to create a semblance of civilization amidst the harsh wilderness. His story would have remained obscure if not for his rescue by a passing English privateer. Selkirk's tale of survival fascinated his rescuers, and he soon became a living legend. His story reached Daniel Defoe, a British writer who was inspired to pen the iconic novel Robinson Crusoe. And thus, a disgruntled sailor's lonely island sojourn morphed into a timeless tale of survival and resilience. It's a powerful reminder that even the most extraordinary stories can have a kernel of truth at their core. So, the next time you read about Crusoe's exploits, remember Alexander Selkirk, the real-life castaway who lived the tale before it was told. Sometimes reality indeed inspires fiction. We've reached the end of our intriguing journey through history. We've ventured through time, delved into the peculiarities of the past, and discovered some truly unexpected facts that have shaped our world in ways we'd never have guessed. We learned about the Great Emu War, where man battled bird and the dancing plague that had people jigging uncontrollably through the streets. We waded through the sticky aftermath of the molasses flood and felt the timelessness of a war that seemed to have no end. We experienced the unique Olympic Games that had no victor and explored the curious tale of a city that sold itself. And finally, we marveled at the real-life Robinson Crusoe who survived against all odds. These stories serve as a reminder that history is not just a collection of dates and events, but a treasure trove of intriguing tales filled with lessons, surprises, and a good dose of fun. It's a testament to the fact that every moment in time, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a crucial role in the grand tapestry of our shared history. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your curiosity fuels our passion to uncover and share these fascinating tales. Remember, history isn't just in the past, it's happening right now and you're a part of it. Don't forget to subscribe to Facts Intrigue for more intriguing content, and be sure to like this video to show your support.